Hello, everyone. Welcome to A Wicked Lifestyle. I am Nina Adora. If you're new here, thank you. I appreciate you. Also, if you're returning, I appreciate you. How was your week? How was life for you this past week? I worked this week, so my experience this week was different than it normally is, and things were quite crazy. I think I'm not on the right um, screen, but let's get us on the right screen so that we can actually see what's occurring on the desktop or on the iPad as opposed to the desktop. Either way, I'm so happy that it is Friday and you guys are joining me. I'm starting late because, like I said, I worked this week. Um, the Google Cloud Next show, you know what Google Cloud storage is, but it was the entire Google Cloud um, innovative suite of products that new things that they're coming up with. It was a fun event. I had a lot of fun. I got to take photos with celebrities that I did not know. I got to take photos of celebrities that I did not know. Just two. We had Adrian Beltre, former Major League Baseball player, third baseman. He was on the Dodgers and the Rangers, Texas Rangers. I don't know I didn't know who he was, but he was a gorgeous man. I can say that. I didn't upload my pictures because I was working 11-hour shifts. It was insane, but I want to show you. Let me see if I can show you what we were doing. My pictures did not come out cute. Let me see if I can airdrop. I did this. I got home last night and I was like, oh snap, I have to make my thumbnail. And it was just not. Did it come up? Nope, it didn't send. It says it sent it. Watch it come through twice. Either way, I mean, it doesn't look like it's okay. It's sent twice, but I don't see it. Anyway, and then the second celebrity was Zaza Pachulia. He is from the Golden State Warriors. Uh, we had their trophies there. We had the MLB World Series Championship trophy there, which I didn't take a picture with because, I mean, until they made me take a picture with Adrian, I was like, no, we can't do that. We're at work. We're not supposed to engage in the attendee experiences or engage, take anything that we would, the clients, Google Cloud would give to the attendees because I work for third party companies. So I'm just like support staff. I'm just a brand ambassador. Really all I have to do is stand there and tell people, oh, it's over there. Or, hey, good morning. How's your day going? What part of the event convention are you enjoying? Just be there to help. That our shirts literally say, ask me, I'm here to help. And I'm just support staff, right? But it was insane. I got a fun job for this show and they requested to have me back next year. So that's always a plus when they specifically request you because there are over 100 ambassadors that are working the entire show. There's so many different levels of support staff that you don't realize it's just the support staff. There are the people in food and beverage serving the food and the coffee. There are the security guards. They have to hire additional security outside of the regular convention or hotel security. Then there's just all kinds of people. The vendor support staff, they have guest speakers. There are a lot of people there. So if you get a fun job, because we have to be on our feet, I think I was on my feet pretty much except for on my breaks. And when we first get there in the morning, the whole entire 11 hours, and people start getting crazy when their feet start to hurt to say the least. So it was quite interesting. But if you can get a job at an activation where there's an activity or something designed to be fun, not just standing outside of a door scanning badges to make sure people have access to the session, or helping to monitor the amount of people in the room so that there aren't too many. um, it, it's a lot that goes on at conventions that if you attend in conventions, you wouldn't necessarily pay attention to. But anyway, so the reason why, and I'm not even in my planner yet. Let's go to the planner. The reason why I entitled this spread, this is my daily spread, Thirsty Thursday, is because since we had the athletes there, the talent, I don't like to diminish them that way because they were genuinely nice people, but when they're working events like this, they're called talent. um so when the talent came there, they were so nice. I mean, like, unbelievably nice. um but and gorgeous too. I'm like, ooh, he got nice lips. But I'm from LA, so I'm not really starstruck like that. I mean, it's like we see celebrities all the time in LA. Even though I'm in Vegas right now, and you don't get to see the celebrities are here, but you usually don't see them because Vegas is set up so that they have entryways and stuff for celebrities that you would never see. Um, but I don't get starstruck like that. But sometimes other people do. They're like, I want a photo with him. And we're like, the event is not for us. We're supposed to, they got signed baseballs. I want one. They got signed ball caps. I want one. And there was a whole bunch of drama around it, where our supervisor is getting into it with the client, one of their executives, because of something okay, a lot of times the clients will want to give us, as the support team, items that they would give attendees, or they want to gift us for a job well done. But our directive is, in training, one of the first things that they tell you is you cannot have any of the food off of the table. Normally we have food in the employee break room for some of the shows, but you can't eat the attendee food. Whatever they experience they are providing for the attendee, it is not for the support staff. So it's not for us. Usually, like I said, especially Mandalay Bay and the clients that come there, they're really good about making sure that we as the support staff have a meal. But this time they didn't give us a full meal. We had coffee and snacks, and I can see how Google cut back altogether because it was only a 2-day show. Normally it's a 3-day show. But anyway, aside from all of that, I had one coworker who was just like a child, and I mean literally a 19-year-old acting like a 10-year-old. And I was like, I cannot work like this. And so I kind of just left and take my break because he wanted to do the job that I was assigned to do. And apparently I'm good at being paparazzi. Hey, listen, My father was a videographer, and photography was one of his passions, and so too they are now my passions. I like taking pictures, and I like faces, so I'm able to find a good angle for somebody. And I was making sure, I don't know what people like. As far as their angles, but I got enough angles that you're bound to like one of them, at least one. And so people appreciated that, and they let me know, because every time another photographer was there, they would come back and be like, "Can you take my photo?" And I'm terrible at remembering faces. Like, the guy was literally working there and I was working with him, and then 2 days later I didn't even know who he was. And then I was like, "Oh wait, I remember you. That was 2 days ago." Like, listen, so many people, some people have personalities that you cannot help but remember. They want you to remember them, and you do. Other people are like more chill and laid back. It's like, well, I'm just working or whatever. It's just insane what you have to put into conventions. Then I'm working with a group of 4 people at the minimum. I have my docent, which is there to support us if our supervisor is not around, when she's making rounds. And the Mandalay Convention Center is 121,000 square feet. I believe it might even be no, I think it's 121,000 square feet. It may be a number up in the millions. I don't know. I don't remember. I did have these stats. I were told these stats. I know it's 121 something. It could be 1.21, but it's something. It's huge. The point is that it's huge. You can easily get 10,000 steps in one day. You can get 10,000 steps in about an hour at Mandalay Bay, if between going back and forth from here to there, etc. But anyway, we have a docent who can we can get in touch with our supervisors directly, but the docent is there. The docent, that is how they pronounce it. But anyway, then I had 2 separate Google executives standing with me. I don't know if they were executives, but they were employees in charge of the area. And so when it came down to make a decision, they're like, the way it came back to me was, I let the the support team, or the brand ambassadors, delegate between themselves. And I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm the lowest ranking person here, and I have on a t-shirt. I should not be making decisions. If I wanted a job where I had to make decisions, I would apply for one. So I'm just here to chill and collect a few dollars and, do what I do, inspire people, or, try to brighten up their day. The same thing that I say at the end of my videos, to be the love, the light, the laughter, and the levity in somebody else's day. I can say that because I believe it. I, try to exude that when I'm around a crowd. Well, just all the time, but definitely when I'm in a crowd of people. Like, let's lighten the mood, because it's like taking class. A lot of times it's like, if you're not in school, imagine going back to school and having to take 8 hours worth of classes per day. That's high school. In college, you don't even take 8 hours worth of classes per day, unless you try to get them in all on one day, and it's still probably not that many hours. Hopefully you're not doing 8 hours a day in class every day per week, or at least whatever, because it can be taxing. And then plus you have to walk around a lot, and if you can't find something, it becomes frustrating. And so we're here to not only be of service, but to also help keep the mood light and airy, and make sure it's not overly serious. I don't want to say serious, but that the attendees are enjoying themselves and they engage with us, and we also have to be engaging. So when I'm in a group of 4 people and the people who put on the event are telling me that I should make a decision about what they want to occur, I feel really challenged. Uh, it's not that I can't make the decision, but this is not my event. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be telling anyone what to do. Not anybody in my company, even though they'll be like, okay, I'm going to go, our supervisor will come and she'll say, I'm going to go do whoop, 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 and let everybody know they got this or they can do this or whatever. Okay. And on the second day, I was already like, okay, let's allow someone else to take a leadership position. But she wasn't necessarily good at it, and people were relying on me. Every single time I left my post to take a break, it seemed like something broke down. Like it really just was breaking down. It wasn't going well. And I have to come back in there and jump in and just be like, let me help. Whether it is, well, I did something really good for them because they have a camera crew. They have assigned photographers that you just go around and take pictures like candids of the event. But on the second day when the celebrity was there, I, was talking to the camera girl. Well, she wasn't holding the camera. It was like a team, but she had the microphone, so she was like the journalist. And I said, I told her the first day too, I was like, such and such is going to be here at this time. Why don't you come back and see if you can try to interview them? I think they would like that content. And of course, they were ecstatic. So ecstatic that they took him away from the position where they had him stationed, where I was, where people were they were lined up waiting to take pictures with him. They took him to a different location. They had him record like a recorded message. They like wrote out a mini script for him or whatever. And that was basically on the fly, but I'm like, as a content creator, this is what we do. This is what you need to do to put a stamp on it. And she did it, and she thanked me. Like literally everybody in the area thanked me, and I appreciate that. I really do, because it makes me feel like I'm good at my job. I'm like, bitch, you better be. You've been in school for 8 years. You better be. So there's that. But it was just like, I don't want to be exhausted like that by having to manage people. I don't feel like it right now. But I did, and I'm still grateful for the recognition that they did recognize my hard work. But then we have co-workers who know the rules just like everybody else, and they want to act outside of themselves and be like, oh, I want this because I deserve this or whatever. Whiny, I want a cap and she took my cap because you knew you weren't supposed to have it, and our supervisor came and you got caught with it. And so she took it as she should have. But what resulted was the Google exec, she came to our defense. Because I wasn't going to really take a cap either, but since he pre-signed them for us specifically for our team after this big blowout where my supervisor got to call her supervisor, when we are told from jump, no. Yeah, we ended up with the cap, so I do have a signed Warriors ball cap. And maybe it'll be worth something someday. I don't know. They're like, he's no one. No one knows who he is. Like they only know who he is because he played alongside Steph Curry. So I think they were clowning, but they still was all up on him. So it was it was entertaining, but we have those challenges where, you're just like, I cannot work with those people. So this is what inspired this prompt or this spread for today or yesterday. I have not done today's spread because I've been getting up at 4 a.m. to be at work by 6 a.m. And then when I come home, I'm like, I'm too tired. And on Wednesday, I got up at 4, went to work for 11 hours, went to class. Oh my gosh, they pissed the teacher off. He's so nice or whatever, but I think it's a small class. So if somebody's not paying attention, it's very apparent. Like when I give my presentations, we don't have to stand up. We're at a conference table. We don't have to stand up or anything to give the presentation. It's like a meeting style. But I try to give my attention to everyone at the table and make eye contact with them to let them know that, yeah, it's supposed to be engaging, because that's who I am. I don't want to just stare at one person and talk to. It's not a one-on-one. It's a lot of other people in the room. But when I look around, half of the class is not paying attention. So that's disrespectful, because when they give their presentations, I make sure that if it's a screen presentation, that I'm not just looking at the screen, I'm looking at them as well, because they actually most of the time do the same thing. You look up to see if somebody is paying attention, that you can direct your attention to, I don't know, whatever. But he got so pissed because only 7 people in the class, and I was the only one not paying it or actually paying attention. And he got up and said, if this was in the, out there in the real world and y'all were my employees, I would fire all of y'all. He said all of y'all, like I was included in that, but I already knew, because I'm not ever on a secondary device in class unless it's required, unless he's showing us how to do something, or if I need some extra notes for my presentation. But for this night, I didn't even use my notes. It was a lot of drama this week, apparently. I think they said the Jupiter is no. Neptune is finally out of Pisces and it's now in Aries. So that means fire. Aries is fire. So people are probably where they would be a little bit more emotional, would probably be a little more aggressive. So I have been noticing that. But anyway, I'm like, how do I get through it all? So I do my affirmations, and I use an affirmation app. I'll show it to you. It is a paid app, which is why I haven't recommended it, and it's quite pricey actually. But this is the affirmation that I have on there for today. And then it goes, see, and apparently my opinion does matter, because I was over there making stuff happen. Look, I have no lack of confidence. If I wanted to do this job, that job, or any other job, I am sure that I could. But it's me. And I'm like, I'm good. But because I feel like I've already been talking for like 30 minutes, half the time is gone. And I know we are supposed to do a weekly spread too, which I'm not gonna do yet. I want to show you how I do these layouts. Here's the part where we have no rhyme or reason for being. Why are you doing that? I don't know. We're just doing it. So what I do first is, since I've already made all of the stickers in Discord this month, but they're on my Discord, but I prefer to grab them just straight from Midjourney, the website, because it displays the whole image. I think it displays 4 at a time as opposed to 1 at a time on the screen, so I can just go from here and pick up something that I like. So let's see if we can find a girl. I think they're this way. We are getting a little bit close to Easter. So is Easter next Sunday? Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. So let's use some Eastery things. Let's use her just because she's really cute and she's really close. So you can do it this way too. Maybe I should go to the Mid Journey. So first I collect my stickers. Oh, I don't want to do copy subject. I mean, I could do copy subject, but I feel like the entire photo is better if I don't copy the subject. What is going on? Why can't I drag and drop? Maybe it's too big. Let's try that again. Boom. Okay, so, but if I switch over to Discord, oh, I can do it from here. I'm slow. Don't worry. So that I can, especially if you're new, I can show you how to drag the images over from Discord. And so I did add a few different ones, but I haven't added any new spreads or anything, and I'm probably not going to. I don't think I should get it all the way for free. The stickers are okay because I don't really do anything from them. Sometimes I might remove the background, but I don't necessarily do anything in particular to the stickers. So, it's not necessary for me to make them for purchase because it's all AI and you can do this yourself anytime for free. If you have paid, all of the AI now seems to make stickers or generated art. So there's no need for me to add anything to my Etsy shop that is generated solely by AI. If I put a spread together, I feel like I can put the weekly spread together and put that on the Discord, but my dailies, no, I'm not. We can do them together and I will show you how I do them, but I'm not going to put them all on the Discord because I feel like that's actually my work. And if it's gonna be my work, then I should be paid for my work. Know what I'm saying? All right, so we need to find something. This is why I don't like doing it on here. It's like doom scrolling. We're just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and but I want to show you how to do the stickers. What if I try to do this? Wait. Okay. So this is how you do it. You tap it. If you're in the Discord, if you've clicked that QR code, scan that QR code below my face, right there, then you can follow along. Just click on the photo, you tap it. It's not a long press on the first one, it's a tap. And then on the second one, it's a long press. You have to do it 3 times. I mean, you don't, but if you want to remove the background, you tap it for the 3rd time and you do a long press. Oh, this is not a copy subject, but you see how copy subject finally comes up and you can use that Let me see if I can paste it in Goodnotes or any other app that will accept the PNG. They are large files, so as you can see, this gets big, and you can see the text here didn't lose any of its quality. So it's not all super pixelated. Obviously, I would crop that out. I don't even know if I want to use this though. Let me see. Let me send it to the back first to see what it looks like. I don't know. Oh no, I mean it's a no. Not I don't know. It's no. um, Wait. Let me look at it again. Yeah, no, because it would be this crop side. The coloring is not the same right here. So what I would do is, and like I did in the last one was a little more simple, where I could just crop the side and make it look like it's part of the photo, but part of it is choosing the right photo. So let's see if we can do that. What am I trying to do? Delete this. Well, okay, so I don't really like that one. I don't know if we're gonna have time to finish anything. Oh my gosh, I'm so slow today. I can also, and this is the one that I used for yesterday. What I did was I cropped this little area. Oh, you can't use screen capture on this one. I cropped this area right here that I've enlarged, the gray space, and I enlarged that and covered my page. So maybe I can just do that with this one. That would probably be best. Duplicate it. Let's crop it. If I don't like it, I'll change it later because I am eating up all of my time. I'm eating up your time. I apologize. Okay. And then I'm going to send that to the back. It's not what I want it to be. They don't have a blend mode or, just stuff that you can do to make oh, I know what I can do. I can actually just see if resizing the photo will make it better. First, let me do this, and then let me grab her, stretching it. How much can I stretch her? This way, this way. I don't know which way I want to stretch her. I mean, she is really stretched. Girl. Okay, it's gonna be okay, no worries. And then the rest, I don't think I'm going to, for my dailies, I've been being real lazy. As you can see, there are not a whole lot of accents on the daily. It's because it was just a lot. I did add a bow to this one. There's either text boxes for me to be, this was a tiring week. I didn't have time for everything that I would normally have time for. So I'm still just going to do this, and make this side the background and send it to the back. Oh, I always have extra handwriting on there, so let me make sure we delete it so that it doesn't show through. So I usually, I can probably make her a little smaller at the bottom so that you can see the planner. Or maybe I could just make this one bigger. Yeah, let's make this one bigger. I don't want white space. And then send it to the back. All right, so, well, it's not perfect. We won't worry about it right this second. I don't even think you can tell. Maybe you can. And then I'm just going to use some of the elements that I already have. I have gotten better with elements, so that means there's probably going to be a lot of black. Oh, this is it. And then some white. Oh, and you might be wondering why I have glasses on. I got these glasses probably like 2 or 3 years ago, maybe even longer. And this is the first time that I've ever worn them outside of me doing a video saying, I bought these glasses. uh, so I decided to wear them today because I had some face issues yesterday. Like my allergies were acting up. Well, really, there's a hair that got in my eye and it's stuck in there. It's like tissue, a little bit of tissue has grown over it, so you can't just get it out. It's like in there. And if it gets agitated, my whole eye just starts watering and running down. So right when I finished doing my makeup, my eye started watering, and it was like, you gotta fix your makeup or go to work. And I was like, I can't. So all day yesterday it looked like somebody punched me in the eye because one eye had makeup on it and one eye did not. And I had streaks of tears through the makeup, and I tried to fix all of that, but it was a no, because the, what do you call that, setting spray finally set. So I've been trying to do my makeup a little bit differently in the morning if I feel like I'm gonna have allergies or whatever, or if my eye might start watering. Like if even you blow air into it, if I'm walking and I'm looking up and wind is just the normal wind from walking that goes into your eye, you don't notice it until it starts bothering your eye. That'll agitate it. Sometimes I have to walk with my head down because I don't want the air to get in my eye. So this was protecting my eyes from, you know, being agitated. I didn't want to look like I got socked all day. And then I was like, but they kind of cute, so I'm gonna just keep them on. But anyway, let's get back to the planning. So because it's not complicated, I'm not gonna use a lot of elements. Excuse me. What I do like, in the ones that I use, I'm likely gonna get them from what we already have here. That way, if you're someone, a lot of planner girlies like stickers, so we like our stickers. Some people prefer to have the pre-done functional. Like I don't use pre-done functional that much because for why? I mean, I guess that makes it easy. But let's duplicate it, and then what I want to do is I want to crop out her glasses. Since it's so cute, I'm done. And then let's crop it again. Let's just crop some of the bottom too. Let's make it a neat square. Oh, we gotta come all the way over here for that. That might not work. Let's do freehand crop. I might have to freehand crop it again. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to make a space for you to be able to write something. How do we feel about it? We don't like it? We don't. Let's try it again. I'm just gonna crop a different blue space. Duplicate, crop, rectangle. Yeah, let's crop a different blue space. Done. Okay. And then you align it and make it look like what you want it to look like, essentially. Okay, I think we can move everything over. Let's shift it to the left a little. Or I can make this a little bit wider and then shift it back. Okay, if it's not perfect, I'm not going to worry about it. And then I am going to take this one back again. This is super lazy. This is the super lazy way. And then I'm going to duplicate. Which one should I duplicate again? I don't need that many spaces. This is a daily. There's not that much black here. So let's duplicate this one. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything special. I mean, unless you want to make it special, that is your prerogative. And then we're going to duplicate this so that we can get rid of some of the black. You can even leave it like that if you want. You can layer it. You can do all kinds of things. Yeah, let's layer it. But then what are we going to put in the layer? That's going to cause me to have to think more than I want to about what to do with the space. And we're running out of time because I had a great time chatting with you today, talking about my experiences. People know who I am. If they don't, they gon' know what. So hilarious, me. I think I prefer. I'm gonna decorate this with. I'm gonna crop her again. There's another element. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one is. I really preferred, or thought I preferred. Let me see. Okay, let's duplicate this and take this one out and bring this one in. Yes, I prefer this to the white box. Okay, and I was gonna crop out some of these flowers. So we're gonna duplicate her, and then we're going to crop freehand some of these flowers. Let's just start like this. Done. Oh, I'm slow. I did the wrong side. Like this. I let it go too soon. I didn't complete the circle. I'm slow. Yes, it's true. I'm slow. Um, and maybe send that to the back. Oh, not that far back. Yeah, that way it's not just plain page. It doesn't have to be, for me at least, it doesn't have to sit on the top like that because I really don't feel like doing any more cropping or anything. Let's do one more flower. Crop her. Let's grab that flower done, and then we're gonna recrop it to, we can do a better crop on this one a little bit, as much as we can. And we'll put this somewhere like, I don't want to put it the same exact way or in the same place, but it does have a direction that it should be. What happened to everything? Did I crop her? Oh my goodness, undo. I didn't, oh, apparently I did not crop a new one. I didn't duplicate it. Yeah, didn't I? Annoying. Oh, and now I'm duplicating it more than I need to. I am exhausted. On my schedule, I scheduled rest for tomorrow. I will not be doing a thing. Let's crop this one. And let's see if we can actually get it right this time. I'm going to take the stem off. Okay, we don't need it that big. Maybe I will put it on the white one, or the black one. The black one. But see, doesn't it look like it's so similar? Okay. Does it look squished? Okay, if it does, too bad. And then if you want to get a little more carried away, you can do some dotted or dashed lines. Let's choose green. Let's go to some of these colors I haven't been using and change one of those. Let's go with that green. That works. It's a minty green. And then you can, I don't like how small that is. I can't see it. You can make some interest for the box. Do that. We can do a white one for this box. Oh no, what just occurred? What is going on? We are at week 3. Tap, go to that page. I didn't start my, no, we're not, we're only at week 2. And today is Friday, and so I didn't get to my daily spread, but I can do that before you go. I mean, my weekly spread, I can do that before you go. My daily spread is, you know how to decorate a spread. You don't need me to walk you through that part. I mean, if you're a new digital planner, then that's the basis of it. I mean, unless you are going around collecting other people's stickers and you want something a little bit more than that, yeah, then you might, want to practice arranging things on the page. But remember, we did this page last week. I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm always that way. But this is what it turned out once it's filled in. So to me, for me, I don't ever have a specific way that I'm gonna lay the page out. We put stuff on the page and then we organize it. This element might go together, and then if we don't like the structure of the page or the way the page is organized, you have the option to reorganize. It's just boxes. You can determine the size of the box. I mean, and you have layering. You have so many options that you can do with the amount of space that you have on one single page. And then with digital planners, it's even better because you can make things smaller so that you can do this. Like, oh, what did I write? What does this actually say? What did I write again? What am I doing this week? You could just make it bigger and you can get more on that page if you have more on the page. Like, I didn't finish doing the writing that I was doing this week because I said it was a busy work week, but it's fine. I've gotten to the point where I don't want to guilt trip myself for not leaving any white space. For a long time, everything on the page was cluttered. I mean, sometimes it still is, but leaving white space is like permission for me to forgive myself. I've intended to do, but didn't actually do. Why am I frozen? Okay, AI, let it go. Thank you. I love you, but let it go. Um, so that's what I do. If there's white space left, I'm gonna put a top 5 this week. I'll probably still, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. I'm still gonna continue filling this in because this was an interesting weekend. So I have some highlights for the weekend. I'm sorry you didn't get to see my photo. Let me try one last time before we get ready to go because I'm not staying on here longer than an hour. It's just, I don't feel like it. But let's see if we can find it, if it'll send it to us. Did it ever come in? Oh, it did, and it came in twice, didn't it? Oh, no, it did not ever come in. Why is it not coming in? Somebody, okay, see, somebody was, like connected to my Wi-Fi, using up my Wi-Fi, and if I gotta pay $100 extra per month, my photos are not coming in, so I'm not sure what's happening. Oh, they are coming in. I hate that so much. Oh, I see. They come in the order that I took them in on my phone. I'm so slow. So this is what I was doing. This is Adrian Beltray. Um, he was super nice. I was like, no, I don't want to take a photo. They were like, come on, you have to. He was like, well, if I'm the celebrity and I said you have to take a photo, then you have to take a photo. I was like, you just want to take a picture with me, not the other way around. Just make sure you're aware of that. No, but I didn't tell him all that because he was super nice. But oh, and that's the only one I sent to myself. I think that's the cutest one. But anyway, oh, while I can see it here, this is what I have been doing with my Chat GPT because I meal prepped. I didn't really go all out with the meal prepping. I really meal prepped some salad and some eggs. And I ate the eggs for breakfast this week and I ate the salad for lunch this week. But I did make some barbecue pulled pork sliders um, prior to me starting to work. And I had those, and I was like, you know what would be cute for me to put in my um, journal would be this. Let me copy it in my meals thing. What do you call it? Let's go there. Meal prep. This is where I put what I want to make. And then this is where I would put the thing. I probably still will have to doctor it because ChatGPT, I don't feel like it did a great job. But if I want to stick that in there like that, I still have to like fix it. But that is so great, right? Like it has um maybe not this one, but one of them, it has one of the ingredients listed twice. But either way, as you can see on this particular one, it has this extra R right here that I would have to um, get Canva to fix by doing the magic erase or whatever. Or honestly, I would probably just crop out part of the orange background and cover the R with the orange background. Real simple stuff, you know. But then one of them, it's like the more you try to get it to do something, it won't do it. And it was so annoying. But this one came out really nice otherwise. This is the recipe, the ingredients, and so I made a couple of those. I want to make some more for the meals that I plan. It gave me some new recipes for me to try out, and made the little we made the little infographics. You tell it to make an infographic. Let me just see if I can show you real quick because we got like 4 minutes. Let's see. Where's the GPT? The Jeopardy. Have you named your GPT? So it gave me some, I told it I was going to make some fried zucchini or some zucchini fritters or something like that. And it was like, well, that you can do this with the zucchini. You can do almond stuffed avocado boats and tropical rice pudding mochi cups, because I have rice flour and stuff, and I was going to make some mochi. My meal was the chicken burrito bowl, which I was going to make. These were my meals that I was going to make, but I ended up not doing it. I was like, I'm not doing all of that. I don't eat that much. I mean, I do, but I don't feel like doing all of this cooking. So it made these. This is what I made, spinach and sausage egg bites. Like I made this. But if you look on here, no, this is not the one. Oh, well, it didn't spell spinach correctly because I had to do it a couple of times. But this is so cute, especially if you meal prep. Yeah, you can get it to do something like this. But the AI is funny at times, so you might get what you get and have to doctor it up a little bit, or you might actually get something good. But either way, this is something you can do. Anyway, I'm going to close it out here. And as always, I want you to go into the world. It doesn't matter what you are going through. You are strong enough. You have the power and ability to leave whatever it is that you're going through right where it is. And believe in all the positive things that surround it. It may be possibility, but make sure that it's positive. Like, okay, it may be this that's not so great right now, but this could possibly turn into this, which is better, or it can go this way. But don't ever talk or speak the words that, I mean, you can acknowledge that it could be worse. That's showing gratitude for what you have and where you are right now. But don't ever say, oh my God, and thrive off of the it's gonna get worse. And thrive is probably not the right word. However, don't allow you to fall into that type of woe. Leave it where it is. You do not have to engage. It's perfectly fine. I don't feel like thinking about that. I don't feel like being bothered with that. God got me, or whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, your positive forces that surround your life, believe that they have you and let them have you, and leave your woes where they are. And when you go out into the world, you know what? You're going to say, you know what? I feel proud of myself because I left that at home or wherever I needed to leave it. I did not carry it with me. It's right there. If I want it, I can go back and pick it up, but really I don't want it. So leave it there. And you go spread some love, some lights, be the levity, and spread some laughter for somebody else. And make sure you do that for yourself too. I love you. I will see you next week, Nina.